You're warm.
You say that every day. Every moment of every day.
It shocks me. Have you always run warm?
I have no idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I always run warm, but it's because I'm a chunky boy. I'm a big back. That's why it shocks me.
Is it my hands that are hot?
Must be like your palms. Yeah, okay. Wow.
That's even weirder.
Science.
That my palms would be hot.
No, palms are hot. Like, my palms are sweating is a nomenclature.
Wait, sweating is not the same as being hot. My palms aren't sweaty. They're just very, very warm.
Right, but people sweating and hot go together, you know?
Sometimes. Not right now on my palms.
Right. Well, they're on the verge of sweating.
No, they're not. Every night when I reach over and like squeeze your shoulder, good night or whatever, you're like, oh, you're so hot.
Well, it's warm. And we turn off the Jesus HVAC at 8-ish. So I don't want to be like warmed up, buttercup. Call me in November when it's freezing. When it's freezing.
And oop.
Greetings, Internet. Welcome to But I'm Still a Good Person by Vince Nicholas. I'm Vince Nicholas. I'm joined by my sparkling wifey, Carolyn Nicholas.
Hello.
Hello, honey. Thank you for joining me on our bed for our little presentation here. Okay. We went on an all-expenses-paid vacay to Auburn, California. 3 days, 2 nights at Longview Chateau. Oh, yeah, that is the official name. We started calling it a castle. It has chateau in its name. It's a big house, 9,000 square feet. Before leaving, did you do any grooming?
Of course.
Tell us what you did.
I shaved my legs. Well, I shaved anything shavable, like head to toe was shaved.
Same girl.
I bleached my arm hair.
Yeah.
I washed my hair.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I pumiced my... Are they bunions or calluses? Those hardened skin cells on my large toe.
You'll have to ask a manicurist.
A pedicurist.
A pedicurist.
I pumiced. I got the old pumice rock that I bought from Walmart, or as my mom pronounces it, Walkma. The Equate brand, which is their in-house generic off-brand brand. Couple bucks. But I've been using it. It's still lasting. It's fine. But I did my bunions / calluses. I didn't shave my face. I should have shaved my thunder thighs, but we were short on time. And I should have cut my bangs. My bangs were kind of long, and I was like, oh, I should have cut them. But you gave me a haircut. You shaved my back. I shaved my chest and everything else, head to toe. But just all in because I knew we were going to be in swimming situation. And I still was unsure about swimming, but I wanted to be ready. It was hot. I was sweaty just loading the car, and I was like, well, this is a great way to start the trip. But just going upstairs, downstairs, our garages are hot. And we left a little after 10, but it's already 90-ish degrees. But not too bad. We did leave just after 10, and we got there just before noon. Getting Lennox motivated, rallying him. You had a unique suggestion, honey. What did you say?
I said you need to turn on some Jesus children's hymns to get Lennox out of bed.
Yeah, some Sunday school hymns, playlist from Spotify, which is like a running gag in our little family here. But so I started playing a bunch of stuff that I used to sing as a child in Sunday school. My favorite is I May Never March in the Infantry. But I was looking at the lyrics. March in the infantry, okay, you're an army. Ride in the cavalry, okay, you guys got horses. So we're talking warfare 500 years ago. Like, they don't have horses right now. Ride in the cavalry, shoot the artillery. I'm like, okay, how long have guns been around? A couple hundred years, tops? And then zoom over the enemy. That's a plane, right?
I assume so.
or a drone. So I don't understand. I guess it's just covering fights, fracases from like the Crusades to current day.
Well, yeah, it covers hundreds of years of warfare.
Thousands. It's enough. But even that song has got to be heck of decades old because I was singing it as a kid. It's defense propaganda disguised as fun Sunday school songs. But if you're in the military industrial complex, I'm sure you enjoy it. Why not mention the camels? Why not mention trebuchets? I don't know. It's an odd song. Before going, I picked up some reading material. I got the 3 latest People magazines. I went to Arthur F. Turner Library by myself. I was just doing my own thing, running errands. The library, honey, why are all the books tilted 90 degrees? It's hard to read the titles. And then bending, there's lots of bending in the library. Like if you want to go to this lower shelf or this shelf on the very bottom.
You've just discovered bookshelves.
Yeah.
At age 47.
Well, and they're tight aisles at specifically Arthur F. Turner. So like if I start bending, ow, my knee, oh, my butt hit the book behind me, and it becomes a whole thing.
You're the only person who's having this problem, I think.
You know what's weird? Like, because I go to the biography section because I'm fascinated by celebrities. But so like the title will be written like Hillary Clinton's life or whatever. But the picture of Hillary Clinton is right side up. And then the title is turned 90 degrees. Yeah, explain that. Yeah, I didn't think you could. But it's just a lot. And then the another thing was that, like a lot of times they'll have on the bookshelf, they'll have one book facing towards you, like a librarian pick or a featured pick, whatever. But none. So after browsing a few books, browsing a few titles, I was like, I'm out of here. I just grabbed 3 People magazines and got the heck out of Dodge. But do you enjoy that experience? Do you like the bending, honey?
Well, I am a lot shorter than you, so maybe it's easier for me. I like to go to the library and just go up and down every aisle and like read every title. It does start to hurt my neck after a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm happy.
It is your happy place. But like when Costco, sometimes they sell books now, sometimes they don't. But they had them all splayed out.
Yeah, it's a unique layout there.
Like the Trader Joe's freezer section. But
I like that at Costco. Looking at books that way.
Yeah, exactly. And I realized you could carry a lot less titles. But what about my neck? What about my back? But you are more, you do stretch and you are more flexible than me. So it's fine. By the way, one of the People magazines I read, it's from a month ago. It was when Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry, when they were on the rocks. They weren't broken up yet. And I was like, oh, it was such an innocent time back then before they got their lawyers involved. The drive there, honey, Highway 80 to Highway 49. Highway 49, it goes through Auburn, but I hate it when there's a highway. They call it a highway. It has a number, but then there's like a Target.
And there's a ton of stoplights. It's
Yeah.
It's like Watt Avenue.
Right. So don't call it a highway. Call it Auburn Road or something. Like there's a Target right there. There's a McDonald's right there. And I mean, I realize this knowledge is from the movies, but it makes me think of Florida. I have visions of Florida. Like there's roads, thoroughfares, but there's just lots of fast food on each side. But it's not a highway. Yeah, you're constantly stopping. There's all this commercial development on the left and the right, all these buildings. A highway should be free, open, and clear. You should be able to do 65, 70, 75. Get your act together, Auburn. Once you get off Highway 49, not really a highway, tiny road, one way, two way. It's a private road too. You got to like type a code on the gate, which the Verbo people gave us, the owners gave us. How'd you feel driving, honey? Because it was quite the squeeze.
It was Yeah, I did not like it. And we were going up. What's that called when you're incline?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my car is kind of weak and old.
Yeah.
And I had to turn off the air conditioning because I can't drive uphill with my AC on.
Yeah.
So that it's a little stressful.
And then you got luggage, you got me, Luna, Lennox, and you, so that's more weight. Yeah.
And I was trying to eat my French fries while I was driving, and you kept yelling at me, "Do you need to eat French fries at this moment?"
Yes. Well.
Do you remember that?
Yes. Yes.
I guess it was unsafe in
let's,
hindsight.
Let's rewind a little. Let's all simmer down now. We got McDonald's because as you like to say, honey, nothing hits like McDonald's on vacay. Got McDonald's and I just got a coffee because I was on track. But you got a McChicken, no
Yes.
mayo.
My go-to McChicken, no mayo.
Did you get fries or were they like rando fries?
I got a small fry.
From Lennox. Okay. And so, yeah, we're going through this tiny road, one way / two way, and up and down, left and right. And you're foraging, digging around. You're looking down in the bag for French fries. And they said, honey, how about you wait on the French fries? And I realized French fries are best hot and fresh, but let's concentrate on driving. I was concerned, but it's not like when you're going up to Tahoe where if you make a wrong turn, then you're going to die because you fall 8,000 feet on the side of a mountain. But this was just like, I was like, honey, just hold on. I'm concerned about your car and the tiny road. It was allegedly two-way. Your brother Brandon, I was talking to him and he said, yeah, another car came. We were going this way and another car came towards us, and you edge your car to the very side of the road and you go by each other. And I was like, okay, so there's like 30% of your car in the shrubbery and in the dirt off road. That doesn't seem right. But yeah, it was scary. Thankfully we didn't encounter anyone any oncoming traffic on this tiny road. There's no DoorDash because it's a privet road, as I said. I was thinking about emergency, like if Alan Fisher was doing forward flips off the alleged diving board, which was really just a rock, and he hit his head or whatever. You're not screwed, but it's gonna take a while for the emergency personnel, ambulance, fire, whatever, to get to you, and then building this home, all these homes must have been just a pain in the ass, a nightmare. You got to haul all this brick and wood and metal and appliances up and down this super tiny road. And I imagine like the construction people would be driving there like these rich people with their giant stoves and their huge refrigerators. Such a pain in the ass. But I'm sure they were compensated well. The street actually off Highway 49, not a highway, that we turned off to get to the home was called Lone Star, and it made me think of Spaceballs. And I see you, Lone Star. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. The castle / chateau, honey. The outside exterior. Was it a castle? Was it a chateau?
Yeah, they're one and the same. It was so pretty when we pulled up.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful home.
But it's not like you're walking in a Lord of the Rings style castle. It's a house.
Well, it's a house.
Yeah.
But the decor inside
Yeah.
and stuff is sort of castle-y.
Yeah, once you go inside, the design, which is an odd choice to go castle-y. You're like, is there a torture chamber in the basement? But yeah, there's lots of bricks and concrete and
stone floors,
columns.
Yeah, stone staircase.
Old school like candles, candelabras or whatever. But it's an odd design aesthetic, and I understand what like the current owners. I wonder if they're the people who built the house, but once like the design is castle, you can't like go southwestern. You can't start hanging tapestries from the wall. You got to stick with the the castle motif. You got to go all in on the castle. It was the aesthetic inside, the interior, odd, bizarre.
There was some art on the walls that was very, very random and didn't go with each other.
Yeah.
There was no like theme as far as the artwork.
One piece had like hair, a bunch of hair hanging from it. A piece in our room had like a naked woman, like her butt or a man.
There's a giant painting in our room. It was like an anime.
Yeah.
And it like a giant cartoon cat, and it looked like a naked woman. It was bizarre.
This is just it's so weird. Throw a little eyes wide shut motif in there. Your brother Brent came up with he surmised that if Dracula and Michael Jackson like had an interior design TV show, this is what the castle would look like. By the way, the title of that, Dracula and Michael Jackson HGTV, Dracula.
I like it.
Yeah. It's a work in progress. We're just spitballing here. HGTV could give us some notes on that title. Lennox put it perfectly. Like the art, the design. He just said, "This is rich people weird," and I agree, 100%, 1000%. There was a huge basement, but it was unfinished. Couple like toys, like the fake bowling, and it had like a checker, Connect Four thingy down there. It had
a ping pong table that was a popular place for the kids.
Ice hockey thing, but it was broken. The exercise.
Yeah, it had an elliptical. It had an exercise bike.
Yeah.
It had some dumbbells.
Yeah, a couple, two 10-pound dumbbells. 2 10-pound dumbbells. Yeah, maybe when I was a newborn baby, okay? But I'm much stronger now. Shoot. There were no clocks anywhere on the walls. And yeah, the microwave had a clock and the oven had a clock, but there was just you couldn't tell time. You lost all sense of time.
You don't need to tell time when you're there.
It was like a casino in Vegas. They just want you to spend money. I thought that was odd.
You don't live by the clock when you're on vacation.
That's true. You don't know what day it is. You don't know what time it is. It doesn't matter. The pool. So we walk in. It's an infinity pool, hecka large. It's like 4-5 times larger than our little condo pool. Walk in. We'll walk out to the backyard. Your brother Brandon was already in the water, and he goes, "Welcome to paradise." And I was like, "This is a scene, man," because like the house was fine, a little worse for wear, a little rundown, but that view, you're up on a hill or mountain or whatever with that giant infinity pool, that's what you paid for. It was
it was stunning.
Yeah, the number one stunner, as Lil Wayne used to say. And right when I saw it, I was like, I'm going swimming. I'm out here looking like Lizzo, but when I saw the pool, I was like, LFG. Yes, these are my man boobs, but I still matter. I'm still worthy of your daughter, Liz Fisher. And everyone was swimming.
Yeah, everyone got it. You couldn't resist. As soon as you saw that pool, you had to go in it. And it was so hot outside.
Oh my gosh.
But it was like, it was paradise.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
Yeah. And one of your brothers did wear a shirt while swimming. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cheating. But I threw all inhibitions to the side. I'm on vacation. I'm with my second family, regular family, married family, my in-laws, whatever you Fishers are. And I was like, who cares? Let's get out here. Let's party it up. Although I did because there were pictures taken here and there, and I said only from the neck up. Okay, let me bend down on my knees in the pool and just get me from the neck up. Yeah, it was super hot. It was mid-90s. I got sunburned. You got sunburned.
Yes, and I was applying sunscreen constantly.
Yeah,
but I missed some spots on my back, and I am burnt.
Wait, I was responsible for your back.
Well, good
job. Did I miss some spots?
Yes.
Okay. I tried my best.
I know. I blame my bathing suit, the style of it.
I blame it too. But like the concrete was hot and there were like strips of grass The grass was hot.
Yeah, because it was plastic. It was.
Oh, really?
The grass was like AstroTurf, so it was even hotter than the concrete. You could not stand on it.
Yeah, but I'm currently peeling. But I like peeling. It's fun.
Ew.
You know, as a kid, when you got a sunburn, you didn't your friends didn't peel your skin at school.
I hate that. Ooh, I can't stand that. I don't want to see it. I don't want anything of it.
That was the funnest thing ever.
No.
There was a grotto in the pool, and as
Yes.
they say at the Playboy Mansion, what happens in the grotto stays in the grotto.
That grotto, I didn't know it was there, so that
Yeah.
was a surprise.
Yeah.
And I was, back in 2005 when I wanted to go to the Playboy Mansion with Holly Madison.
Yeah.
I was so excited for that.
Girls Next Door vibes. There were singing in the grotto because it was a good echo, good acoustics. Your brothers and dad started singing Boys to Men, a little Backstreet Boys, some Mormon hymns, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna join in. Do y'all know any Two Live Crew? There was a diving board, but it wasn't a diving board.
No, it wasn't a diving board. There were rocks, and you could climb up to the rocks. I didn't even try. I said I'm not jumping in. Everyone was scared, but a lot of people were jumping from it.
I jumped a few times, but it was a rock, but it was flat, and it would look like it was placed to be a diving board. It was further out than all the other rocks, but it was still scary and dicey. I would say it was 8 feet high. It wasn't quite like Olympic 10 feet, but it was probably 7 or 8 feet. And I jumped. I belly flopped and I jumped with my feet first. Your dad dove. I don't dive.
My dad did a front flip.
Yeah. He was nuts.
He said he's never done it before, but he wanted to try. And he did it. It was perfect.
Yeah.
He was scaring me. He was being a daredevil.
I know. Why does he do that? And he gets up there and he ponders it and he soaks it all in and he takes a couple minutes and everyone starts going, Grandpa, Grandpa, Grandpa. But I have zero desire to well, first of all, I don't even dive off the 3 foot. Like when you run and then you jump and bounce and you go up and then you boom and then dive. I don't even know how to do that. I've never done that in my life. But diving head first from 7-8 feet a rock, heck no, techno. Even jumping in feet first, heck of water went up my nose and you're all discombobulated for a couple seconds. But it was fun. And the kids would get up there. I was so worried the entire time. They're like, I'm going to spin backwards. I'm going to spin forwards. I'm going to jump backward. I was like, can we all simmer down? And I just kept thinking about, dude, if we have to call the ambulance or whatever, the fire department, it's going to take them a while to get here. Did you all see the tiny, tiny road we all had to drive in? But it was fine, I guess, even though it was... And even walking up there, they needed to cut back the bushes. They needed to sweep. There was dirt. There was rocks. It was a pain, but it was fine. And a lot of fun was had. Did Lennox or Luna dive off the diving board?
I don't think so.
Sheesh. I kept trying to get Len to go.
Lennox jumped off the grotto a few times.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That was second highest.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why didn't he do the diving board? Shoot. At night, we swam at night. And so there's a garage there. And then there's a living quarters apartment upstairs, which you can have access to, but you got to clear it with the owner and probably pay more. But we didn't have access to it. But at night, there was a light on up there. And so the whole time we're like, is the owner watching us? Are they surveying us? Are they listening to us? Are they taking pictures? It was creepy, man. But that pool was something. I can never swim in another pool. Again, I've been ruined for all other pools. I love it. That pool and that view is everything.
It was, yeah. I couldn't get enough of it. We were in it all day, all evening.
Yeah. Yeah, we would go in during the day for a few hours and then at night come back out. How many total Fishers were there?
I think there were 21.
At the peak, 21.
23 maybe.
Yeah. Well, when you have 21, 23, 19? When you have...
It was over 20 people.
When you have over 20 people, it's hard to find digs and accommodations that can suit everyone. So the backyard and the pool was perfect for this many Fishers / Nicolais / Garcias. Our room, honey, our accommodations. Your parents arrived on Wednesday. 2 of your brothers arrived on Thursday. We got there on Friday. We were second to last. At that point, it's just like we just take, in terms of bedroom leftovers, we just take what hasn't been taken. Because you pick rooms, it's first come, first serve, like on the first day of a reality show where you're like, I got this bed, this is my bedroom. And then when the producers get you to arrive last and you're just like, oh, I guess I'll take the room no one wanted. But it's not like we were going to switch rooms. Like, and then what are we going to do? Like wash a bunch of bed sheets? Like we took the last of the pickings. Yeah, it was super hot outside, but it was cool inside. The AC was kicking. They had like a thermostat for upstairs and downstairs. The stone / tile / concrete everywhere kept things cool, except our room. Like our room faced the sun, plus we didn't have a ceiling fan. So the first night, it was a little warm. It was a little musty, and I was talking to Alan the second day, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of warm. He's like, change the thermostat, put it to whatever you want. And in the literature that the owner gave us, they were like, don't run the AC all day. And I was like, screw you, dude, it's hot. So I put the thermostat to a nice cool 51. Yeah, that's right. Because it was hot. And night 2, perfect. Chef's kiss. It was way more comfortable, way nicer. Lennox slept on the floor. Why, honey? How did this come about?
He could have slept in another room. There was a room that a bunch of the grandkids slept in that had bunk beds, and there were a couple extra mattresses in there, but he wanted to sleep with you and I.
Yeah.
So he slept on our floor. There was kind of a thick, soft rug on the floor.
Yeah.
And he had a blanket and a pillow. I think our mattress was pretty hard, so I bet his rug on the floor is probably the same as our mattress.
Yeah.
He was fine.
Yeah. Luna crashed on the couch in our room. We were on the hard mattress. Lennox was on the floor, but it was fine. There wasn't an ensuite. We didn't have a bathroom. And so day 2, I was like, Alan, are there any bathrooms that aren't connected to a bedroom? And he said, no. And I was like, this is going to be rough. So we didn't. So I'm an old man. I go to the bathroom 6 times a night. So when I had to go to the bathroom, I had to go into the boys' room or your parents' master or the girls' room. And I was just like, oh, this is going to be a chore. But Saturday, during the day, I found a half bath. And it was bliss. I was so happy. I told you about it. I was like, honey, I found a half bath downstairs.
Yes, and it was downstairs, down a hallway, away from everybody else, so you could have some privacy.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Privacy. And so I used it, and there was no squatty potty, which I don't know how I lived beforehand without a squatty potty. And also, there was just regular teepee. You wouldn't let us bring flushable wipes up there, which, okay, I get. But so I used the teepee, dry teepee with no squatty potty. I was like, I felt like an animal, a savage, an animal. It was horrible. How'd you feel, honey?
I felt fine. I mean, it was less than ideal.
teepee doesn't cover the same square square footage as flushable wipes.
teepee doesn't work.
You gotta fold it over, and it still rips, and it's like, oh my god! I can't believe I ever used teepee, and also I don't want to think about ever when I use teepee. Like I just want to disconnect myself from that horrible, horrifying time in my life. It was bad, but you know what? I had to do it. Also, the toilet had like a little lever. Can you describe that little?
The way you flushed the toilet was you pulled up on like a metal rod.
Yeah.
A metal rod that went straight up.
Yeah.
It was weird.
It was weird.
I've never seen that before.
You pull it up, not too hard, and then you hold it up for like 4 or 5 seconds, and then the water swirls around and goes away. And I was like, okay, this is, you know what? It went with the castle theme. Alrighty. Well, this is part 1 of Le Chateau Adventure. Part 2, maybe part 3 coming. I'm not sure. But we got more, but you need to go pick up Luna. And we're tired. And we need to watch Below Deck. Okay. Are we done, honey?
Yes.
Okay. We're done. Take care. Brush your hair. See ya. Peace out. I'm Audi. 5,000 G Money. Late. Did you ever say goodbye on the phone like that? Late. That was a guy thing? A guy?
I never did that.
A high schooler in San Diego in the mid-90s thing? Late? You never did that?
No.
Sure, you was missing out, girl. All right. Part 2, maybe part 3 coming later. Peace.
And oop.
We got chicken.
Is that crispy, juicy tender? I can't eat no longer. And oop.